do this. I just got back from my vacation. I'm processing the experience of the harrowing journey up the 5, the 405, the 101, the 99. Can I just show them my watch, my Seiko SRP 655, the ceramic tuna? Can I just do that? No, can't do that. This is a post-vacation ramble. I want to talk about 5 things today. I want to talk about the huge Highway Patrol presence all over California highways. Unbelievable. New vehicles. Maybe I don't get out much. Maybe these vehicles have been out for a long time. But these Ford SUVs just everywhere. Do not speed if you're traveling the highways of 405. I want to talk about the Monterey Aquarium. I want to talk about the Moka Pot that I discovered while I was on vacation. I want to talk about watch opinions and watch obsessives who make watch videos who receive other people's watch opinions. And I want to talk about a transaction I made on eBay with an eBay seller last night. Hopefully it will work out. I don't know. I should be all right. So let's start with the trip I took. I went all the way up the coast. I started off stopping at my wife's uncle's house in Buellton, a place about a half hour or so from Santa Barbara. I had the best meal of my life in Buellton, a place called Industrial Eats. It was local organic food, completely unpretentious, unhippie, unannoying, fantastic food, sandwiches, pizzas, tapas. I can't even pronounce the word. Chatusare? I don't know, when you have a board with sliced meats and salamis and cheeses. They Industrial Eats. If that place was in LA, the price would be double. Had the best meal of my life there. Went up to Arroyo Grande. Went to San Luis. I fed llamas giant balls of lettuce. Saw these giant teeth coming out and taking the lettuce like they were eating an apple. I like llamas. They have cool faces. Man, you start going to these petting zoos with your little daughters, and you start wanting to become a vegetarian. That ended when I had several cheeseburgers on the road. So these Ford SUVs that the Highway Patrol are driving, they're everywhere. I was driving the speed limit for the most part. I might have gone as fast as 72. My wife's uncle said in Santa Barbara County, if you go 72, the cops don't bother you. If you go beyond that, you're in trouble. It's weird, you're driving your car and you're like a seal. You're like a bunch of seals going through shark-infested waters trying to make it back to the island, the rocky island. And you're actually, and this is where the evil comes into the human nature, you're actually hoping that you can see cars on the road get speeding tickets because it's like the shark. If he's eating a seal, he's not eating you. And that kind of self-preservation just bugs me. Makes me feel guilty that I feel that way. But hey, better you getting the ticket than I. So we went up also to the Monterey Aquarium. For a family of 4, it cost me $130. It was, we were there for about an hour. It was too crowded. Most of the exhibits were not even real aquarium wildlife. They were mostly videos. Hated it. My wife hated it. She talked about it with some friends of hers. They go, oh, we love it. Oh, the Monterey Aquarium. Well, we hated it. The other thing I wanted to tell you about my trip is coffee. My wife got me to drink coffee about 12 years ago. She said, you cannot get your caffeine from diet soda. It's disgusting. It's larded with chemicals. You got to stop. And so I thought, doing my research, I had found the perfect way to make coffee. I really enjoyed it. This is called the French press by Buellton, stainless steel. Thought this was the best way, using a burr grinder. So I'm at my uncle's in Buellton, and he makes coffee. And something that we had in our shelves, what the heck is this thing? A Bialetti. This is called a Moka Pot. You just put it on the stovetop. It's pretty simple. This coffee, if you like rich, creamy, thick coffee, kind of like a Turkish coffee or an Armenian coffee, this is the way to go. All you got to do is fill the thing with water. You fill this up with water, and then you put the coffee grounds in here. You put it over the stovetop with this on top of it, and you boil it, and then about 6 minutes later, you have a very thick brew of coffee. Now, this doesn't make very much, And I'll tell you, because the coffee's so intense, it's not espresso. It's kind of in between coffee and espresso in terms of intensity, in terms of caffeine concentration. But I just bought, because this is made out of aluminum, I just bought with my Amazon reward points a stainless steel. I think it's called Cuisinox. It's like 95 bucks. Hey man, this is gone. I'm sorry. I thought it was good. This is a superior coffee. What are you going to do? I found out the truth, and I go with the truth. Johnny Casual and I have been talking about watches, and one of the things that bugs both Johnny and me is there's a particular type of opinion about watch. First of all, I want to say to the watch community, I love you guys because you guys are really smart, and you tend to be passionate, and you tend to be obsessive, and you tend to be well-researched. No one researches like you guys. You guys love to do your research. You love to do your homework. You guys lift every stone. You find every rattlesnake, and you cut it up, and I appreciate that. I think what annoys Johnny and me, we were talking about this, is that when someone's not really interested in giving a different opinion so much, is they want to have the final word. They want to be right. They want to be the know-it-all. I prefer to operate from a level of humility that says, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm open to correction. I'm open to new stuff. You don't have to be right all the time. You don't have to tell me, for example, that watches don't even exist until you've spent $3,000. Anything under that is really not a watch. You just live in your little fantasy world. You know, that's an interesting observation. I'll write about you in my movie. You'd be a good character in my movie. I won't accept what you say is the truth, though. Final point before I make my spaghetti noodles for my daughters, because they're at ballet class. Whew! I rebought a Benarus Megalodon. Now this one would be my third one. The two of them had the carbon dial. This one, which should be coming in the mail, has a carbon dial. Here's what happened. An eBay seller contacted me, and he wanted to buy my mint condition deep blue depth master with green dial. He offered me $450, and I recognized his name because I'm always on eBay looking at watches. I recognized that seller, and I knew, because I'm such a watch obsessive, that he was selling, among other things, a Benarus Megalodon 2014 carbon dial. So I wrote back, yes, on the condition that you let me buy your Megalodon for $450, your brand new mint condition Megalodon. He goes, sure. And so he sent me a PayPal thing saying in the comments that I'm going to pay him $450, and I'm going to send him the depth master as partial payment. And we both agreed to mail today the watches. He's going to mail me the Megalodon 2-day. Mail with a tracking, with signature only, and I'm going to do the same for him. I did the same for him. In fact, I sent him the tracking code. So he emailed me back, and he said, I'm not mailing it until tomorrow, and here's the tracking number. Now, I put the tracking number in the USPS, and it says it's not registering, which perhaps is because he hasn't mailed it yet. I hope that's what it is. I just hope, I get a little nervous because you got to realize, it should be okay because it was done on PayPal, but I don't want to go through a legal hassle. I hope the dude's legit. He appears to be. I mean, he has a 100% approval rating, but this was not done on eBay because it was done off the grid in a way, only on PayPal. Once we made the deal, I don't like wheeling and dealing, man, with people I don't know. It gives me anxieties. I like to be comfortable. I don't like fusses. I don't like intrigue. I just like straightforward stuff. If he mails it tomorrow and I get it by Monday, done. I'll be happy. But we'll see. I'll update you on that. That's it. I covered I covered my comparison of highway patrolmen with sharks and the drivers of seals. I went over the ripoff, the $130 that I'll never see again at the Monterey Aquarium. I went over this amazing thick coffee from a Moka Pot. If you want to use aluminum, fine, but I just bought the stainless steel on Amazon Prime, and I'll be getting that in a couple days. I might even talk about it. Kind of turned off by those people who want to who want to just have the final word on watches. I call it watch dogma. You know, I don't care if the Rolex for you is the apotheosis of watches. I don't care if you love them. I don't care if you disdain them. You know, whatever. I don't care. I would love to have a Rolex Deep Sea Master with a blue dial, 44 millimeter. Works for me, but I don't really care about the dogma either way. And I am eagerly awaiting to get my Benarus Megalodon. I think I'm going to enjoy it more this time. My collection's pretty small. I'm in the single digits. As Johnny Casual said, a lot of your ability to appreciate a watch has to do with timing. And I really do like that carbon dial. I think that big, giant dial needs something to give it something interesting rather than just a plain black dial. It's a non-chronograph. And so that's it. I hope to have some good material as I process my vacation. And until next time, I am out.